last night, so it's nice and rested. And we got our pork rump. Now this pork rump is incredibly special. It's a Mangalitsa pork rump from Sussex, from a place called Bill's Farm, and the quality of the pork is second to none. The Mangalitsa pig is a hairy pig, really nice fat content through the meat, which you can see, and a good level of fat over the rump as well. So this has just been trimmed down a little bit. We're not going to use the skin for this recipe, but you can save that and use it for something else. And yeah, it's beautiful. Now salt baking is almost like a forgotten cooking technique. I love it because we're going to encapsulate the pork rump, cook it, and then we can rest it in its own juices, all inside that salt crust. And it'll be beautifully seasoned. We're just going to finish it up by sealing it as well. But yeah, highly recommend it. Making a salt dough is so easy. So all we're going to do is take the salt dough out of the cling film, a little bit of flour to stop any sticking. Now, like any pastry, we're just going to roll this out nice and thin. Get a nice flour and a rub. Now comes the important part, where we're just going to put the pork in the salt dough. So in the middle, going to line this over. Gently wrap the pork rump as if it was a present. It's really simply done. We can trim up any excess, so we can use this again for something else. Another pork rump maybe. Now it doesn't have to be perfect because we're actually going to get rid of this after it's done its job. We just need a nice even layer of the salt dough all over the pork rump, and then we're going to get it on a tray. Straight on, we don't need any baking paper. And then we're going to cook that for about 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes at 200 degrees in our oven. So the pork has had 25 minutes in the oven, so let's have a little check up on it. Now we want to have a temperature just over 50 degrees, but you can take it to whatever temperature you want. Like I said earlier, this is really good quality pork. I want to serve it medium, and we're also going to rest it for 10 minutes as well. So perfect, showing just over 50. And then what we're going to do is get that now onto a cold tray. And the beauty of this recipe is we can just leave it and forget about it. 10 minutes like that is absolutely perfect. Then we're going to crack it open, give it a quick seal, slice it and serve it. So for our pasta, we want to bring our water up to the boil and then season it with salt. As we didn't add salt to the actual pasta dough, prefer to season the water. Now fresh pasta only takes literally a couple of minutes to cook. So we're going to add our pasta in there. 2 minutes on the timer. And that's all we need. Now for a quick simple pasta sauce, just going to get some double cream in a pan. And then to that we're going to add some lovely homemade wild garlic pesto. Just going to bring that up to the boil while the pasta cooks. So our pasta's had 2 minutes. I'm just going to drain that off. Now we're going to add our sauce to the pasta, get it nice and coated. So this is off the heat now. I'm just going to mix that so it nicely coats the pasta. Now I always find with fresh homemade pasta as well, we could go quite loose on the original sauce as it just seems to soak up that pasta so much, soak up the sauce so much better. So we'll put that to the side now, ready to serve up. So our pork has been resting now for 10 minutes. I've got a pan on, nice and hot, and all I'm going to do is just crack it open with the salt dough to reveal the beautifully cooked pork. Now we're just going to seal over the top there before we slice it. So pan should be nice and hot. Remember, we don't need to season the pork as it's got that lovely salt crust on there. Now we're just going to seal the fat of the pork over nice and evenly. What we're looking for is nice coloration all over. Once we're happy with a nice even colour all over, back onto our tray, and then we're going to take it over the board ready for slicing. So now for the plating up, our pork has been nicely sealed off. We've also got that lovely pasta which we've done in the pesto creamy sauce, which we can plate up first. Beautiful pork from Beals Farm, so the Mangalitsa. Nicely cooked. Not too pink. Probably, I know a few people that probably be a bit worried saying that we took it to 50 degrees, but with that resting time as well, just comes out beautiful. The pork on there as well. And then we're just going to finish the pasta with some fresh Parmesan grated over the top. And a little bit of fresh lemon zest as well. Now this dish wouldn't be complete without a beautiful wine. Now I'm not going to convince you guys I'm a wine buff, but we've had this wine on the list for a while now at Etch. It's 0G, really nice Gruner Veltliner. And I just love these like crisp white wines. Normally my go-to would be a Sauvignon Blanc, standard from New Zealand, but this works really well with the pork, that creamy pesto sauce and a little bit of lemon at the end. And yeah, you can buy this wine online. A percentage of it will come to Etch as well, which is really important. So give this dish a try at home, give the pasta a go as well, and try it with this wine, and it's absolutely delicious.